99.3 Nigeria Info. 9 minutes gone past the 3 o'clock hour. This is the hour where you get the best news experience on the radio. And you just don't listen, you participate. You're part of the conversation. That's why we always say, let's talk. Welcome to Hard Facts. I'm Maryann Okon. We're live, facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. We're also live on YouTube, and we're live from our audio-visual studios right here in Itimi Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. Let a friend know that it's time for us to talk about some hard facts in the news, okay? You can join the conversation if you're listening to us on our mobile application or on our website. You can be part of the conversation via WhatsApp. It's 08095975805. And we're starting off with the big three stories for today. And right after that, just last week, before the close of the week, we celebrated world over Press Freedom Week, and we cannot let it slide because we have to have conversations about how free the press is in this country. What is the fate of the average journalist in Nigeria? Are we safe? Do we always have to bite our tongue every time we want to say the truth? Should we always look over our shoulders because, you know, whoever is in power dictates or calls the tune of whatever it is? And do we always have to hold our breath whenever a new act is put out that has to one way or the other affect us? Should we always, say, well, maybe we have to walk on eggshells around this one? Are we really the fourth estate of the realm in this country? Do we still have that power? These are some of the things we're going to be talking about on the 4 and 5 o'clock hour. Kolawole Oluwadari of Serap is joining me on the 4 o'clock hour. Then, of course, we'll spill over into the 5 o'clock hour with Matawalle Shore, who is the former presidential candidate and also the publisher of Sahara Reporters. It's going to be a very all-encompassing conversation because we're just not talking about press freedom, but this whole Cybercrimes Act and why many people are kicking against it and why some people think it might become a tool for harassment of journalists and free speech. It's a packed show, so welcome. Let's go for a quick break, and when we come back, we're looking at the big stories.
Get ready for the most important news of the day. It's time for the big three stories on Hard Facts. Tune in to our primetime show for the latest updates and in-depth analysis on the top stories making headlines. From breaking news to in-depth investigations, we bring you the facts you need to know. Join us as we delve into the biggest stories shaping our world today. Tune in to the Big Three every weekday, 3 to 4 p.m. and stay informed with the news that matters the most. Hard Facts, where the truth always comes first.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Facts. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories, you know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Yes, it is Hard Facts, and we're live on Facebook and on YouTube. Just search for Nigeria Info FM and you can watch and be part of the conversation. Don't just watch us, let us know what your thoughts and comments are on the issues we're about to raise. Well, these are the big three stories for today.
The Big Three.
The Big Three on Hard Facts
on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Okay, well, let's start with security matters, shall we? This one's from the Guardian newspaper. Matawalle meets Chinese firm to bolster Nigeria's defense capabilities. Yes, he does also sign an MOU to facilitate investment in defense infrastructure and others. Well, let me give you some background. Minister of State for Defense, Dr. Bello Matawalle, is participating in a high-level meeting with a leading Chinese manufacturer of advanced anti-terrorism and high-tech defense equipment to enhance Nigeria's defense capabilities. Now, the meeting took place in China and aimed to strengthen strategic defense ties between Nigeria and China. The focus of this engagement was to formalize collaboration through the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the Chinese firm and the Defense Industries Corporation of Nigeria, DICON. The partnership also is expected to play a crucial role in advancing Nigeria's security sector. Under the terms of the MOU, the Chinese firm has committed to investing in Nigeria's defense infrastructure with a comprehensive a partnership that includes facilitating the transfer of cutting-edge defense technology to Nigeria, establishing local manufacturing capabilities for advanced military equipment, and providing technical knowledge exchange to enhance the skills of Nigerian personnel. Now, I think this is good news. But as we're dealing with this whole insecurity situation, what change will this MOU effect in the interim? While people are being killed in Benue, people are being killed in Katsina, people are being killed in Zamfara, people are being killed in Borno, people are being killed in Plateau. How does this MOU affect any change whatsoever in the interim? Let's move away from that. Still staying with the Guardian newspaper here. Still talking about security, but this is just an aside, by the way, because the Senate convened yesterday after their meeting. This is not my big story, just an aside to support, the issue of insecurity here and Matawale's MOU. The Senate is obviously decrying some of the killings across the country. Yeah, they grieve over some of the killings in Gombe, in Uromi. No, this is my big story, by the way. I needed to add it to Matawale's story, and then I'll go to, because I have two stories on insecurity that are just supposed to be on the side, and it will help for conversation reasons. I'll let you know in a bit. So the Senate is saying that they're not happy, with the killings that are happening across the country. And so they've decided, as lawmakers, to convene a security summit. Yes, this is how they think they can address the concerns of the people who are being killed in those areas. A security summit. Oh, don't forget, the youth summit is still pending. It's going to happen, though. But then the legislators want to have a security summit. What do you suppose this Tea Party on security is supposed to achieve, as opposed to acting on the killings? Is a Tea Party the solution? Do you remember the security summit that Southeast governors had at some point just before the elections? It was a Tea Party. What did he solve? Nothing. It just reminds me of a fun thing I used to laugh about, where under the Jonathan administration, they always constituted committees to look into another committee that will look into another committee. What have they done? Nothing. So what do you think about this Tea Party they're about to put together? Again, waste taxpayers' monies that we don't have. People are languishing in poverty and hunger and starvation. But the Senate wants to constitute a security summit. What will it achieve in the interim? Because people are dying still. Well, let's go to the judiciary. The NJC is seeking public comment on 82 candidates that they have shortlisted for judicial positions. Let's not forget that the NJC has also been disciplining some judges. Even though many people think that, it's a good start, but it's like a slap on the wrist. We need more serious disciplinary actions on these people. So if people know they're going to lose something in the long run, then they'd be careful in their dealings. But here's the NJC saying, well, we're opening this up to you and we want you to participate. And this is a story from this is a story from Premium Times newspaper. I beg your pardon. Let me give you some background quickly and then I'll open up the phone lines, okay? So the NJC seeks public comments on 82 candidates shortlisted for judicial positions. However, henceforth, the Federal Judicial Commission, all judicial service commissions or committee of the FCT shall publish, the names of all candidates recommended for appointment, says the NJC. Now, this is a rare move, if you ask me, that the National Judicial Council has published the list or a list of 82 candidates shortlisted for judicial posts, inviting the public to comment on their stability or suitability for the roles. In other words, you and I are able to decide look at the track record of a person and say, well, is this guy going to be good? Let's see some of the cases that they have adjudicated. Are they the right people to be on the bench? So they put up this statement via their X handle yesterday. And this was put up by the NJC Secretary Ahmed Saleh, stating that the new policy requires Nigerians to make comments on the fitness of the candidates for judicial position. And this was approved at the 108th meeting of the NJC, which was held sometime back in April. So my question on this particular story is, could this not be an opportunity for us to decide who sits in our courts, who adjudicates some matters, especially ones that affect you and I and those who lead us? But then again, on the flip side, will these comments be taken into consideration at all, or are they just doing it just so that it looks like there's some sort of balance? Let's talk. 0201-277-0993 if you are male. 0201-277-0993 if you are male. If you are female, you can join the conversation. 0201-465-7190. That's 0201-465-7190. Do not call the ladies' line if you're a man. I will hang up on you. And of course, please send us a message on WhatsApp 0809-5975-805. If you're listening to us from outside of the country, please join the conversation by calling. So only those in diaspora can call us via WhatsApp, and we will be glad to take your calls. 60 seconds is all you have. Please go straight to the point. Hello.
Hello, Miriam.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Ambrose.
Go ahead.
Miriam, you know what they call bobo? This government, they are full of bobo.
What do you mean?
All their bobo propaganda, and they call bobo. They are going for one talk after the other in China. All those talks. They told us the other time that they were bringing to Kano and all of that fighter jets. What happened to them? Now again, they just carry money, they will go. That's how they told us that they were going to launch airlines. Hadi Serika. This, they have continued. Bobo. They are bobo too much. You see, Nigerians, they are not fools, so they know all these things. So it's just that if any little protest now, they will bring out our mud cars. That's the problem that we are facing in this country. It's not as if we don't know what we are, but we are protesting through our talk or radio. And I'm sure that when it is time, according to Fubara, when John will mature. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much for calling. I do appreciate it. 0201-277-0993. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good afternoon, Maryann.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Peter Monson is my name from Shomolu.
Go ahead.
See, Matawalle or whoever he is, they are pretending to be sleeping, and it will be very difficult to wake them up, according to Jonathan. They pretend not to know the solution to insecurity in Nigeria. It's just going again to waste money. That's how somebody went to Germany the other time. He said he's going to cement to arrange for electricity. Till today, electricity is zero. Now he's going again. Does he not know that the United Arab Emirates gave the government of Nigeria the list of more than 400 people that are sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria? The first thing should be to ask Tinubu for the list of those names. Those are the people buying sophisticated weapons to terrorists. Why are they massacring the echoes of terrorists? Why are they in bed with terrorists? Why are they hand in gloves with terrorists? And you carry our money, go and spend. It's just, we are not deceived again. No. Enough is enough. The time we go, we will send them all back to where they belong to.
All right. Thank you very much. No, we don't have time. Your time is up, Peter. Thank you very much for calling. I do appreciate it. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Miriam.
Good afternoon. Are you whispering? Where you are is a little noisy, but let's go. Let's try.
It's not noisy.
Okay, go ahead.
So there's a way I can get your WhatsApp number, send you something. After going through it and listening to it, Miriam, I don't think you will announce any of this insecurity something again. The Fulani say the nation belongs to them. They can kill and destroy, they can spare. Nobody can say, have you seen any of them behind bars before? So the list given before, during the Buhari's era, the one released now, what are they doing? If it's in the east, they will have find a way to clear them. Look at Uromi's own. But nobody has gotten one person from Plateau. Benue is gone, the food basket of the nation. What are they talking? It's only God that will judge them.
Thank you for calling. Thank you very much for calling. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Maryann, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Robert. Maryann,
yes.
The committee that the Senate set up to fight insecurity, it's a shame to them. I said, in the first place, how much did they? I don't know. You did not measure any money. Are you aware of any money, Maryann? Maybe trillions of naira to set up the committee.
No, it's not a committee. They want to have a security summit.
Money not involved. Is it a free something? I don't know. Because, Nigeria, you see, Maryann, you see these people. They just dangling around Nigeria problem, just like Peter Moses said, like they are treating something and they are not doing anything. Matawalle, is he not a Fulani man? Will he tell us he doesn't know what is happening in the country? He's going to China to go and...
More talk, news and sports after this.
Bridging the gap between people and those in authority. With Hard Facts, you are sure to get only the facts.
Tune in to Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
One of the biggest football fan festivals in Nigeria is back. It's Go Fest 2025. Come turn up the energy. Go Fest 2025 will also feature exhilarating games, food, and comedy. Come watch the UEFA Champions League finals on a super huge screen. Go Fest 2025 will take place on the 31st of May 2025 at the Balmoral Convention Center, Federal Palace Hotel, Ahmadu Bello Way, Victoria Island, Lagos. Time 12 noon. Limited tickets available. Get your free tickets now at www.gofestnigeria.com. Go Fest 2025 is powered by Femi and the Gang and Football Republic, sponsored by Squadron, proudly refreshed by Pepsi.
Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info, daily winnings is now over 150,000 naira. Just go to oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Play with as little as 500 naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on the Morning Crossfire, WhatsApp Lagos, and Game On shows on weekdays and the Football Frenzy shows on weekends. But that's not all. Every Friday, there will be a 500,000 naira jackpot. Playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Remember to play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission.
For 3 great seasons, the fans have fought with passion and fire. Their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight. Each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher. The battle returns and it's full of fire. Fan Battle 4 with Femi and the Gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The stage is bang. In partnership with Sports Salon, we raise the game with glory, honor, and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? Then step right up. It's time for more.
Live auditions for Fan Battle 4 are on Saturday, May the 10th from 10 a.m. at Nigeria Info Studios, 267A at Tim Ian Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos.
Fan Battle 4. Let the battle begin.
Stay one step ahead with Nigeria Info.
From the biggest stories,
Trends and conversations.
let's talk
Only
on Nigeria Info.
This is the Big Three
The Big Three on Hard Facts.
on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
And we're back. We're still taking your thoughts and comments on the big stories. In case you're just joining us, these are the big three stories for today. Matawalle meets Chinese firm to bolster Nigeria's defense capabilities. And they have signed an MOU, and then they're saying this is going to also help in the war against insecurity in Nigeria. But in the interim, Candice, what will this MOU do for us? For example, I want to play you a video that I played to you. I played this video for you, I think, last year. And I asked a question yesterday about the fact that we're not questioning where these guns are coming from. Every time we have these conversations, you know, the security chiefs will say, oh, the borders are porous. What is the government doing about the porousness of our borders? Because how are these guns coming in? I'm going to play you a video. If you're watching us live on YouTube, there's a video now that I'm going to play of guns. Do you remember these guns that came in? I think they caught these guns somewhere in, I think it was Rivers State, if I'm not mistaken. Do you see how sophisticated these weapons are? One of this weapon, one like this, can pay somebody's salary, can pay somebody's house rent. One, depending on where you live, though. I'm just talking about maybe like a catch link of, you know, an AK-47. But then there are other, you know, pump action rifles here, if you know your guns pretty well. So where are these guns coming from? I'll keep asking this question every day. If we're not dealing with this, Mr. Matawalle, signing an MOU in China is banza, as far as I'm concerned. In the interim, people who say that they're farmers, they're herders, they have these guns and they're killing people. Some under the guise of we're trying to fight for our land. Some under the guise of, oh, they poisoned our cows. Some just want to grab land. But you're signing MOUs. And the National Assembly, in fact, the Senate is saying that, oh, they're so angry at the killings, especially the ones in Uromi and the ones in Gombe. So they're going to put together a security summit. Why? You're going to spend taxpayers' monies that we don't have to have a tea party, but people are still dying. They're dropping dead every single day. How does this whole drama solve our problems today? That's the question that we're asking. Yeah, we'd like to know. 0201-277-0993. And for those of you who do not remember, do you remember the young lady who was caught somewhere in the north? Here's her video with bullets. It looked like it was a normal day. You know, she was in a bus. It looked like she went to the market and she was taking foodstuffs home. But it was a bag full of bullets. And we think that we're I don't know, are we really ready to address the issue of insecurity in this country front and center? That video is we're going to play that video on live now on our YouTube and our Facebook. That's very unsuspecting. As you can see, that's a bus. That's more like a transit bus. Maybe interstate or something. Bullets. And we're signing MOUs. What are we doing in the interim? What about the porousness of our borders? She was caught in Katsina, by the way. Let's talk Lagos, please. 0201-277-0993. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Maryann, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Elder Ikubi.
Okay.
Calling from Mabon.
Okay.
NJC releases a list of 82 judicial officers for elevation. And they are asking for public commendation or what appraiser. Is that?
Yes, they're asking us to look at those people and determine if they should be they're good enough actually for the job. That's basically it.
I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing NJC has done, asking for public
input.
Yes. So I think what I will also do to support what they are doing, they should go by their service records. These officers have gone through, and they still go through annual appraisals. And let them go through those appraisal forms, and then their what do you call service records.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much for calling. 60 seconds is all you have. Don't forget, for the ladies, 0201 465 7190. That's 0201 465 7190. And of course, you can send me a WhatsApp message on 08095975805. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. How serious do you think our leaders are in terms of dealing with insecurity? Because Matawale is in China, dressed in a navy blue suit, and signed an MOU with the Chinese firm to bolster Nigeria's defense capabilities. But what happens in the interim? What about our borders? I mean, because we can bring all the fighter jets in, and if we have not plugged the loopholes that we need to, what are we doing? An exercise in futility? Also, the Senate is saying that they're aggrieved over the Uromi and Gombe killings and all of the insecurity across the country. So, their bright idea is to constitute a security summit, another tea party. How does this help? But then the NJC comes to us with great news that, hey, 82 people are going to be on the bench. We're recommending them, but we want you to comment and let us know if they're fit enough. But then, do we have access to their information? Just like the last caller said, maybe they should also do some sort of self-appraisal. But the hole that I'm going to pick in that self-appraisal thing is, how do we let's not say we. How can they prevent the Mamadu situation that we have in this country in terms of who gets picked to sit on the bench? Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Maryann Okon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
This is Joy from Meba.
Hello, Joy.
Matawalle is telling us that insecurity is going to China to do this. He's the one holding, he holds the yam, he holds the knife. He knows what is happening in the country. They are the people that he will solve this problem of insecurity in our country. How can he stay? He's there, and they are killing people every blessed day. Now he wants to go to China to go to China to do what?
He is in China.
The people that are involved are now listening to him. They are hearing what he's saying, and they are planning more. I don't know. He's not supposed to even to be saying it, even if he is going to China to do this and that. He's not supposed to say it as somebody that is in charge of security.
Okay.
That is it. That's what I have to say.
All right, Joy.
They know what they are doing, though. They know what they are doing.
Thank you very much, Joy, for calling. I do appreciate it. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hi, Maryann.
Yes.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
That Bruce is my name.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. Well, for me, defense, Bello Matawalle signing MOU with Chinese government is not the solution for insecurity. You know, I mean, it's another waste of economy because Nigeria already are hungry. They know what to do. They promise us when they are in power, this insecurity will be a thing of past. You see, he don't tell me he signed MOU, I mean, with Chinese government, that would be a solution for insecurity. No, I don't believe that. Because already they have what it takes to fight insecurity. Yeah, they have we have what it takes already to fight. How many are these men underworld? How many are there? Why can't they sit up and tell Nigeria the truth and fight these people to,
all right.
I mean, barest minimum? How many are there? That's
all
my
right.
question.
Thank you very much for calling. I do appreciate it. Let me go to WhatsApp quickly. Oh no, let me start with Facebook Live. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube, and you can post your comments there, okay? I'd like to read from you. Let's start with AB Ambo here says, the APC were beneficiaries of a free press in their opposition days. In fact, as opposition, they leveraged on the carte blanche on free speech to heap insults on the PDP government of that time. Okay. Not forgetting the loads of falsehood they peddled through Sahara reporters and other APC-friendly media. Maryann, tell us what has changed. Why are they losing sleep over free speech? They are enjoying power as we speak, and press freedom is no longer a good song they enjoy listening to. Tunde here says on Facebook Live, good day, Maryann. History has taught me that any security summit is just another talk shop. What will happen is that they will come up with a communique, after which they will set up a committee that will come up with a white paper. After that committee makes the recommendations, that will be the end of it. While all this is going on, resources are wasted, time is wasted, lives are lost, and the problem deepens. It's so unfortunate, he says. I'm really saddened by all of this. Anyway, don't forget you could also tweet at us on X at Nigeria Info FM. Use the hashtag Hard Facts. Safiano Barry here on X says, let's see what Matawale's MOU will bring in curbing the security situation in Nigeria. Okay. They say sit down look na dog name. Alright, I'm on WhatsApp now. Let's read your messages as they're coming in. This one's from Uche. Uche from Sango says, these people are saying that we will vote them out. We will do this, we will do that. When jungle mature, all this na story, I beg. Nothing will happen, he says. Quite the optimism, pun intended. This one says, good evening. Well done for the good job, but I have a problem in calling. Whenever I called, Adebayo from Araya, I'm sorry, I don't know how to help you. I don't know how to help you. Just keep trying. Or you send me a message as you have sent. You would have just sent me a message with your comment for today. Jeremiah here says, yes, the signal situation in Ikeja. I'm so sorry about it. Ayo here says, Matawalle went to sign MOU in China. The same China mining our resources illegally. NSA said killing has reduced. Why are they running around if insecurity has improved? Senate just awoke and are now talking of security summits. Who will be invited to eat our Commonwealth again? We don't even understand the level of insecurity in the land. Judiciary just wants to box us. So that when they use technicality, they will say, they are your choices now. I see you, Ayo. I see you. Chris here from Accra is saying, the NJC head, when her name was published, when was her own name published to for the public to give a nod on her elevation? That's why I said, Chris, that as much as this sounds very well intended, there's always that Mamadu effect. And if you don't understand what Mamadu is, ask your neighbor. Her judgment giving someone who came forth in an election to first remains the most inexplicable judgment in Nigeria. The NJC should spare us their gallery showboating and elevate whomever they want to. Chris from Accra. This one says, we have a guerrilla warfare in Nigeria, but the federal government is not willing to fight it. It is land grabbing. It is a land grabbing quest, he says. This one says, is Nigeria a democratic country or a country of the elite? I know Nigeria has a democratic framework. Many like me argue that some powerful elites continue to exert significant influence, potentially undermining the democratic process and prioritizing their own interests. Well, sad. Kaide from Ikotun here says, it's high time that that everyone in Nigeria borrow ourselves serious brain. From critical views of this insurgent, there is a heinous plan by the Fulanis to overrun the entire Nigeria in the near future. What again does the people in the northeast want? Steve Oferi here says, what we're seeing with the stories of signing the MOU, doing a security summit with a lot of long speeches, is simply a result of their incompetence, the inability to speak truth and act just for political reasons. They loan billions to buy Takano jets. They were given names of sponsors of terrorists, all with no positive results. Please let them continue to use valuable time for jubilation of the so-called defectors. Use all the funds meant for security personnel to increase their ungodly allowances. And Tinubu should get another 6 months working visit. Things are getting better. And he says we're all in it together. This one says, setting up a security summit is not only unnecessary but also thoughtless. It is a jamboree and another means of squandering public fund. They know the cause of the insecurities but lack political will to do the needful. Where are the Takanos and all the sophisticated weapons they said they were procuring? Setting up committees and committees to do nothing tangible. They should tell us another story. Elder Godwin from Ogun State. This one says, on security summit, the summit now wash. You now see what we say about having strong institutions. In other serious democracy, the legislature would summon the president to give account of what he's doing to address the security issues across the country. But in Nigeria, the legislature is subservient to the executive. They are afraid of the president. They're not born there where to summon the president. So the killings will continue. Femi from Ikorodu. A day here says, Maryann, thinking of our federal legislature is shallow, and the thinking of our legislature is shallow and unintelligent. What happened to all the findings and recommendations that emanated from the previous security summits they had in the past? Did government make use of any? The call for another security summit is an attempt to move us away from the failure of the lawmakers, as they're called. Many of them are purveyors of insecurity. Many of them sponsored insecurity in Nigeria. Shatima, what Matawalle on my mind. Did you see them sponsor it? There have been accusations, finger pointing. I think Bello Torji has continuously fingered the Minister of State for Defense. I'll read this one message and then go back to the phone line. Sean here says, insecurity will continue to thrive in Nigeria. If they like, let them bring mercenaries from Russia to sign MOU. Remember, America came to assist with terror eradication. After seeing the truth behind the terrorism, they decided to pull out. See, Maryann, remember I said in a post before that Borno governor absolved some repentant Boko Haram to be reintroduced into the economy. If they like, let them sit from now till tomorrow. They will eat till their stomach grows fat from sitting over terrorism. Okay, Sean. But you see, we really can't make fun of this situation. We can't also gloss over the seriousness of this issue. It's not enough for Nuhu Ribadu to say we should rise up and do what, sir? You sleep at night with security men guarding you and your family. The police officers that we don't even have enough, they are all surrounding you. But you tell us to rise up and do what exactly? And then you tell us in another breath that, oh, security agencies are working. Where? Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Yeah, lady, good afternoon.
Yes.
Chris is my name.
All right, Chris, go ahead, please.
This Netanyahu man, is he not the former governor of Zamfara? Hello?
I'm listening.
Hello, Action Lady.
I'm listening. Go ahead. Your time is going now.
Go to China. There's this man that Uncle Jimmy used to invite, Captain Blade, during Buhari regime. He said, look, they should give him 6 months. He know what to do about our insecurity. But no. The generals just speak out now. I heard in your news that the rate of killing, the insecurity is getting out of hand. And I've been calling on the retired generals, come, you people can do it. Stop romancing with all these politicians. But no. Today now, all of them are, although it's not late, they are now speaking out, which is good. Instead of going to China by this Netanyahu man to waste our money, Captain Blade is here in Nigeria. You people will not invite him. You will not invite the former general to come and see how we can sort ourselves. Then the judiciary, you suggest name, you want us to put him. That's fine.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for calling. We need to move on. 0012779302014657190. That is the ladies' line. Hello.
Hello, Maryann. How are you doing today? Obi calling from Ikeja.
Go ahead, Obi.
What Matawalle is looking for in China is in Calabar. Is it not CC? China is in Calabar. Is in Calabar now. Where is it going to China? You see, when I meant to done it, senior defense, and the other one is not two of them, and these are Fulanis. You see what they can do. Let Tinubu and other Yorubas call their Yoruba brothers. Peter Obi and others call their Igbo brother. Fulani people call their Fulani brother. They don't need to go to China. Just like what the former president said, you can wake a man that's pretending to sleep. That is deeper than to wake a man that is pretending. They know what is happening. They don't know where their money going to China. They should call their Fulani brothers, Igbo brothers, Yoruba brothers to order. The things will be okay. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Maryann.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, Maryann, you see, what I think will stop this insecurity, I want Mr. President to please drop this very England people, the way these people dump Paris people, French people. Let us govern ourselves. We don't need to have any colonial people.
Do you think that the British and the Americans are governing us? Because the last time I checked, Tinubu is your president.
They are a problem now. They are our problem. All you need to do to leave them alone and start new life. If we start new life in favor, can we,
Can you people start a new life? Because it looks like you are always going to beg them for something.
No, we don't need to beg them anything.
I asked a question. Is it possible that people can do without them? Because it looks like you literally live off them with a straw.
That's the only way out now. That's the only way out. It's supposed to be possible. These people did it now. What's the name? Burkina Faso, Niger here. Let them leave these people alone now because they are the ones that are turning us upside down now. Because of what they are getting from us. Do you know that? They are getting a lot from Nigeria and they don't want to stop it.
All right. Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling. Is that the solution? Well, there's a lot of neocolonialism on the African continent. That's a conversation we don't even want to go into, do we? Maybe we should have that conversation soon, eh? Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Yes, Maryann. Good evening.
Good evening. Why are you breathing like that? Collins, were you running to come and take this call? Go ahead. Hello? Go ahead.
I agree with the previous caller, right? We need to, I don't know why 5 countries in Africa are chasing the French out of their borders, but your president is going there to do work visits and fraternize with the president there. He's a very funny man, right? We don't hear from you. From Buhari, we say Buhari does not talk to us, he does not do this one. This is even worse. The last time we heard him speak was the Port Harcourt, chasing the Port Harcourt governor, the Rivers governor. So he's a very funny human being. I feel like the only way for us to solve this problem is for the president to say, you know what, everybody, you come to the table, anything you want to do, let me know. I'll give you tax rebates or whatever. If you want to do roads in your community, talk to me. We'll put it into plan. You don't need to pay tax for like 5 years. If you want to do power in your community, you want to build a hospital, build schools, let me know. Do you understand? That's the only way. Because to be honest, government is not meant to have anything to do with business in Nigeria.
All right.
The ones doing everything.
All right. Thank you very much, Collins, for calling. I have just 2 minutes. I'll go on a 50-second break and then I'll come back to take more of your calls. I'll have enough time. But I want to go back to WhatsApp quickly and read some messages if you do not mind. Godwin here says, for APC government, insecurity in the land, it is clear enough that this government of APC, past and present, have nothing to offer Nigerians. Rather than bounce off lies and deceit, propaganda and corruption. That's the only thing that the APC are good at. Until we have leaders who care and not wicked rulers as we have today, that will not solve our problems. This is so unfortunate. Godwin, thank you for your message. This one says Nigeria is the only country that when they see a snake, they set up a committee to kill it. By the time they're done, the snake is long gone. What a country. Celestine from Kafang-Chan. This one says this government is just as insincere as Buhari's government in defeating insecurity. It's just movement but no motion, acting like it's doing something. How do I know this? Buhari's government refused to do anything about the list of terrorism sponsors in Nigeria, and this government seems to care less about it. I doubt that the list still exists if it wasn't even released. The media itself isn't asking the government enough questions. Let's all just keep pretending that we care about the lives that are being lost. Well, Dari. This one says the problem of this Nigeria is that we talk too much in this country. How can someone just wake up and his problem is to call radio station and complain about the government and be saying amen, you know? Why are you sending messages? Why remove the log in your IFS, Eric? This one here says, your message is too long, sir. Says, Tara from Lekki, my take is this how Matawale's MOU with China will solve security problem now? Because this China thing is political boo-boo. And for the Senate and Security Summit, it's very unnecessary because it is indeed a tea party and nothing will come out of it. Because it's Akpabio and...
99.3 Nigeria in...
All right, I gotta go on this break.
For 3 great seasons, the fans have fought with passion and fire, their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight, each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher, the battle returns and it's full of fire. Fan Battle 4 with Femi and the gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The stage is bang. In partnership with Sports Salon, we raise the game with glory, honor, and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? Then step right up. It's time for more.
Live auditions for Fan Battle 4 are on Saturday, May the 10th from 10 a.m. at Nigeria Info Studios, 267A at Tim Ian Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos.
Fan Battle 4. Let the battle begin.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Fact. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories, you know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
This is Hard Facts and the nation's number one talk news and sports radio station, 99.3 Nigeria Info FM. I'm Maryann Okon. We're looking at the big 3 stories for today. Matawale in China signs an MOU with a Chinese firm to bolster Nigeria's defense capabilities. But the question is, in the interim, can this solve the killings, the insecurity on a large scale? Or is this a long-term thing? And how long will it take to materialize? The Senate is angry, obviously, grieving over the Uromi killings, Gombe killings, and all of the insecurity across the country. But their bright idea is that they're going to constitute a security summit. And I ask, what is the certainty that this summit can change anything? Or is this just another tea party? But the NJC's brought us good news because they're seeking public comments on 82 candidates shortlisted for judicial positions. And they're saying that they want us to be part of the people who decide who sits on the bench. But I'm asking, how do we remove the elephant in the room, which is Mamadu, man no man? Let's talk. I've got some minutes. Okay, let me read some messages because of the time that I have. This one says, as far as I'm concerned, Matawalle has only embarked on the journey that will end in futility as usual. And as for the NJC, this wicked government will manipulate the recommendations and final selection or approval. Dead on arrival. Jonathan from Marlborough. quite pessimistic, I must say. This one says, Minister of State for Defense, by the way, going to China to sign any agreement cannot solve the problem. Did this regime tell Nigerians that they will sign any agreement with any country? Where is Shetima, the VP, that promised to be in charge of security? Government of propaganda. Outsiders cannot solve our problem. They know those behind the insecurity in Nigeria. Benjamin Inikoi. And this one says, Matawalle is going to China to sign MOU on insecurity. I want to ask you, what happened to the list of sponsors of the insurgency handed over to the government? Boko Haram does display ransom live on TikTok. What has happened to them? That man is definitely deceiving himself and not Nigerians. John from VI. And someone says, neocolonialism is real in Africa. What's happening in Nigeria now is not far from overreaching the West. Overreaching of the West, okay? Your president is under duress. In fact, most Nigerian presidents since the fake independence is under duress. If you don't play by their rule, you are taken out. How do you know all of this? You people just come up, okay? Who have they taken out? Yeah? You now work with the CIA. Who gave you all this intel? Okay, rest. All right, Yvonne is here with the news at the top of the hour. On the other side, let's talk press freedom. Shore and Serap joins us.
Not many can serve you the way we do.
We go all the way. You guys are always keeping your voice down when you're benefiting from the government.
I think you've heard before that monkey swallows billions of naira. This one now, Scorpion will soon swallow billions. Then my landlord give me notice because I decided to go and vote my opponent. Isn't Nigeria the only country in this world that everything they do, they will do it upside down?
It's 99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Please.
The news, information, and the right conversation are here on Nigeria Info.
How many this type of wicked attack has affected in the other part of this country? So that's what this is.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.